Before the video starts, I just wanted to say that I want to thank y'all for the support I've been getting lately, of course, and just for how much people actually come to the premieres and stuff for the videos. That's pretty cool. At least I'm getting a fan base or something, so I'm glad y'all enjoying the videos. And make sure y'all comment below which song you want next. But I wanted to say that I won't be uploading as much as I did over the summer because, of course, I'm starting school and I'm a freshman in high school now. I'm in ninth grade, so I have to pay more attention to school and try to basically grind out my way. I might start working soon and getting a job and stuff full time. Well, not full time, mostly part time, but yeah, just wanted to put that out there. So I'll try to post at least once a week, one of these videos once a week. Maybe I'll switch it up. Try to see if y'all want anything else, like commentary of, or I don't know, a review or an anime or something like that, because you know I watch anime and stuff like that. And if y'all want me to do that, I can do that. Maybe a movie, something like that. Anything I want, honestly. I'm honestly trying to transition into a commentary channel, mostly about music and anime. So that's basically it. But other than that, thanks for listening to me. Actually, if you actually listen to this, comment down below that you heard it, and I will literally love you and kiss you and give you a big hug. Okay. What now? Oh yeah, the video. Enjoy. If you ever heard the Fall EP, you probably heard a song called Ghost. Now, I'm not talking about Ghosts by Now Your Spouse. I'm talking about the single Ghost from the Fall EP. And Ghost is a song that I like to call Alone Part 1's Lost Cousin, because it brought back a lot of stuff, and here's why.
Next far, next blight in the can. Believe you're at 4 doors in the bend, but I met 4 ghosts in the pen, and I could've been that boy. My soul is a mess. Flushed-in X types of a kiss. Rather hate bitches face to your piss, and I.
Ghost was released in November 21 of 2014 and was part of the Fall EP, which was X's EP at the time. It was also released alongside Never and a couple other songs, which of course were part of the EP. This song takes more of a cold vibe to it, in a way like of how Alone Part 1 did, hence the name of why this is the Alone Part 1 sequel, which I will get into that later, of course. But this song mostly takes the feel of cold, basically the feel of winter, in a way that X compares himself to a ghost, hence the name Ghost. And it has a lot to do in someone's story of someone who killed himself, but it also takes X's view on it and how he basically lives similar types of ways. But it's mostly a story slash Alone Part 1 sequel type, which is something that really benefits from it, comparing it to Alone Part 1.
My flesh is cold, the ghost. 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 My flesh is cold, the ghost.
Now, the intro is mostly where the name comes from, and the reason this intro is actually perfect for how it starts is because he's basically settling the theme of the song straight into your face. Like, he's basically telling you, okay, this song is about to be how fucking depressed I am, how fucking cold I feel, my nigga. Like, it literally tells you that right into your face, and it establishes the point from the start of the song. Like, the song hasn't even started and I already know what the hell this man's about to talk about, bro. I even felt like that the first time I heard it. And most of the things that X does is usually stable something in the intro, either straightforward or in a little hidden message where he's kind of just talking about it, but you don't realize until you really listen to it again. In this case, of course, it's straightforward, and that's honestly the best way X could have done it. So regardless of that, this intro is really good because it gets straight to the point. It gets into a slow little intro slash chorus, because it also serves as a chorus as well. And then the beat drops and he starts straight with the verse. So props to X on that one. This song also samples a song by the name of Hell the Ghost, which is a really good, neat touch to it. And the beat is also sampled by it. So it's made by Gref. And like I said, it samples I Hell the Ghost. And just wanted to put that out there.
Next fall, next blade in the can. Believe you're at 4 doors in the band, but I'm at 4 ghosts in the pen. And I could've been that boy, my soul is a mess. Flushed X tapes of a kiss. Rather hate bitches, face of your bliss. And I place playing for the shit. Rather be dead, don't blaze on my rest. Fucking with my head, get dead. This is just fuss. You can see it on me, piss, lost in the mist. Pants full of piss. Daffodilly so pretty, yeah. This fuss out of Philly, silly Willie took a look at the road and he jumped. All he needed was a brick days. Ghosts are making fugazi. Lost, I pick up a case and close the coast and pick up the rabies. Ay, Daisy. Ghosts are making fugazi. Lost, I pick up a case and close the coast and pick up the rabies.
Now, there is a lot to talk about in this verse, such as suicide, so if you don't want to hear it, just kind of skip a bit to the time length that I'm putting on the screen. Okay, you're good? Alright. So for those who actually stayed, which will be a lot of you, because my fan base is very concerning sometimes, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong, I guess, unless you just want to watch the video. But getting out of point. So, let's start by the verse where he's basically talking about his suicide attempts. So in most of the song, mostly in the middle, he does a lot of hyperbolic terms and a lot of tongue twisters, especially the tongue twister part, which he puts in right before the outro. So basically in this way, he makes it seem as it's worse than it actually is, even though he knows it's that worse. He just doesn't want to admit it. So in a way, he's trying to trick your mind into thinking that it's that worst. And that's something unique about this track. It's a lot of the tongue twisters and the hyperbolic terms that he uses makes your brain basically think of something else that he's talking about when he's really not talking about that. Which is why a lot of the verses in this are pretty random, and they mostly don't have meaning, or at least a deeper meaning that they actually do. But X makes it seem like they have a deeper meaning, except for one line, which I'll talk to in a bit. So he talks about, of course, cutting himself and basically just doing harm to himself. And in most of this song, he talks about stuff of how his attempts went at, of course, you know, committing bye-bye, because I'm not trying to get this video taken down, so I'm going to do a little keyword. Y'all know what I mean by that. But he basically talks about that in a way where he's explaining it with, once again, the hyperbolic terms. And it's a really good way of saying it, considering not many rappers do this, and it takes a fear type of vibe to it. Something like, I would say, the shit I learned in fucking English class. What's that motherfucker's name? Shit, the motherfucker that made, Romeo and Juliet. I don't know what that man's name is. Y'all can look it up after this. I am not about to look that man's name up. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Shakespeare, that's he is. But it's mostly something like, in how he says stuff. And you have to basically dig into the lyrics to really understand the song, which is something unique about this song, and also something unique about many other X songs. So another thing I wanted to point out was the verse where he's talking about the ghost in a pen. The pen is, if for y'all who don't know, the pen is basically referred to as jail. So he's saying that he met 4 people just as empty-hearted as him, or going through a lot of shit just like him, that feel similar ways of him in jail. And of course, I mean, we don't really know who he's talking about specifically because he never mentioned them. Pretty sure he's talking about 𝐒𝐿𝐴. One of them has to be 𝐒𝐿𝐴. And that's all I can know for a second. He, of course, he later talks about stuff of how he felt in jail in a couple other songs. So that's something, a little keyword to it. But most of the things that he goes through, he's basically just explaining them here in a really literal way, in which he's making it seem worse than it actually is, like I said before. So yeah, that's something cool about the song. Now for the 𝐵𝐴 part, it's a little tongue twister, because that's usually when the tongue twisting actually starts. 𝐵𝐴 is basically something that means to be peaceful in a way. But in this verse, X tries to, how can I say this without extending it too long? He tries to put it in a way, because since this is peaceful, he says it in such a gruesome bar. So it's kind of like the narcissism of other people, according to Genius, of course. That's the best way I could describe it. So, yeah. The "live in a farce" line refers to himself as how he thinks his life is mostly like a comedy. How he, or at least how he wants his life to be a comedy and a joke. Basically, he wants everything to be like a play and just wishes it never happened. When, of course, it's not how he really went through it. But then again, it's putting the viewer or the listener into a position where it makes you think again, so was this all truth or a lie? Which is how it makes you feel when you look at those realistic theater plays. So that's it's honestly a very good line, considering on the way X used it, just right off the outro, and then it fades out, clips out like if that was just a little play, a theater. Which is something many people don't notice. It's the fact that this mostly was like a play. It wasn't supposed to be something that you were supposed to listen to as his story, but more of, okay, so I'm watching this play right now, with a little twist that it's of course based on a real story, based on himself. So it's a very neat touch in which many people don't actually realize that, and it's something similar to Alone Part 1, like I said before. The reason this is mostly, or at least I like to consider it the Alone Part 1 sequel, is because it takes what Alone Part 1 had and improves it into a more 2014 X. A more mixed version, more raw, more aggressive version of himself. But it still talks about similar topics, and it still takes the cold feeling you get when you listen to Alone Part 1. So, in many ways, this song is honestly a complete masterpiece. You cannot deny that. The way he played out the song is something that many people don't realize, and actually many people, now that they're watching this video, they're probably just about to realize that this song was literally a play. It was supposed to play with your head. It was a theater. But that's about it. Ghost was released in 2014. It was part of the Fall EP, and I'm so glad we got this song. This song is amazing, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. This song was goated. But But yeah, I might review the Fall EP next or something like that. As always, thanks for watching and make sure you like the video. I'm gonna go eat a hot dog now.
Could've been next fall, next blade in the can. Believe you're at 4 doors in the bin, but I'm at 4 ghosts in the pen. And I could've been that boy, my soul.